Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today, once again, I have to make a PvP crew update. That happened quite a lot since I was playing on this server, that the PvP crews, or at least the best PvP crews, changed, and once again I have to make a video about this. But before I get into the details, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber on my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you'll be notified when another video comes out. But now let's talk PvP crews again. I mean, it's good to know your PvP crews. New territory season just started, and we definitely all will have to fight a bit for our territories. So you need to know the best PvP crews you can get. I talked about a lot of them in videos over the time, in my basic PvP crew video, then in the updates I had to do later. So from the TOS crew, via the Strange New Worlds crew, via the Picard crew, via Veyun, Ducat, and the Strike Team Laan crews. Then we had the Freeman crew, and now we have the Mirror crew. And for that we go to my main ship and have a look at the officers, because the Mirror Universe crew was advertised by Scopely now when they started the last arc as the combination everybody should use. And after using it in a few battles, I have to say, yes, that is quite a nice one. We have Mirror Universe Picard as captain, with Mirror Universe Data on the bridge and Mirror Universe Kira on the bridge. This is the combination Scopely suggests, and it is working really well, especially with isolytic damage. The isolytic damage I caused with that crew against other players is, let's say, really interesting. And that's why I use this combination. But I quickly want to go through the abilities and maneuvers I'm using. In the case of Picard, of course, we're using the captain's maneuver, Take the Shot. On round start against players, Mirror Picard increases your isolytic cascade damage by 125% for 2 rounds. You know, isolytic cascade, you use that with Janeway, for example, against silent enemies. That is a lot. And 125% more for isolytic cascade damage. And if you think about on round start, which is always better than after a round when something certain happened, this is a lot. And if you see for 2 rounds, that means you will have an overlap there. It doesn't say it's cumulative, but with the numbers I see that the isolytic damage I cause could be. And of course, I'm using his officer ability as well, the anti-collective. On round start against players with Assimilate, Mirror Picard increases your apex barrier by 10,000 for 1 round. That is now, the numbers you see there are probably affected by the synergy of the other officers. But you know that 10,000 apex barrier means that you can take 100% more damage than before, because every 100 is 1% and 10,000 is 100%, and it will be 30,000 at rank 5 in this combination. Assimilate is not the problem because we have Data aboard, and on round start against players, Mirror Data has a 45% chance to apply Assimilate to them for 2 rounds. So it's quite probable that this will happen, and it will be 100% at rank 5 whenever you get him there. That it will definitely happen every round. But this is the ability that boosts and triggers the ability of Picard then. And then we have the newest officer. Not everyone will have her yet, but I was saving enough stuff to indeed get her in the first round of the recruit mission or the recruit event. Others might have gotten her then in the second as well. And what I use is her officer ability, A Little Excitement. On round start against players with assimilate, so she needs the same. Mirror Kira increases your shots by 15%, and that's 40% at rank 5, each round for 5 rounds, and that's cumulative. So you get a lot of shots as well with your ship, with that isolated cascade that Picard brings, and you get more and more shots of your weapons. So that is why you cause so much damage to another officer. And I combine that with my usual PvP below deck crew here on this ship. First of all, I'm using Dr. Tiana, because on round start against players, Dr. Tiana increases your isolated defense by 50% for 1 round, so that's the defensive part for me. I use 7 of 9 because she increases your ship's isolated cascade by another 18% versus players, so I combine the cascade bonus from Picard with 7 of 9. And I use Odo below deck on that ship, because he increases the critical hit damage by 25%. Every ship does critical hits, even if you don't have officers that trigger critical hits below deck. There still will be critical hits. And whenever they are critical hits, Odo is increasing it by 25%, and the critical hits count for the isolated cascade. And that's why I'm taking Odo with me as well. And as I said, when I was fighting players, it's too long ago to see it in the battle protocol still. But that did a lot of damage, and it easily took down a Freeman crew. That is why I was quite surprised when I had Kira after the first week of the arc, and I first used that when we had a PvP event. I was quite happy with that crew, I must say. And as I said, it easily took down the Freeman crew. And the good thing that Kira is there now is that I could take Honor Guard Worf out of there, and I can use my Freeman crew as my second best PvP crew again. So that's another advantage of having the full mirror PvP crew here. And that is definitely what I will have on my main battleship. On my second best, I will have the Freeman crew. And then we will have the Veyun, Ducat, and so on, that you know from my earlier videos. But honestly, this is the crew that I'm using now, that I'm really satisfied with in the fights I did since I got this crew. And I will continue to use it. And so that's why I thought it was absolutely necessary to make another update video, because it does change things around. And they once again changed the whole PvP crew stuff around, as they did in earlier arcs. But there were, since I was playing on this server, there were so many PvP crews. I mean, when I was playing on my second server, there was not a single new PvP crew there, if I remember correctly. And since I'm playing on this server, we had 7 new PvP crews that negated the other ones before that. So they are really fond of PvP at the moment. Nevertheless, that is what I can tell you from my tests, and you might want to test it yourself now once you get Kira as well, and you will see what I meant about the isolated damage. It is huge. There's one more thing I forgot in the video yesterday, because some might have seen it already. You see something behind me there, and some might have thought it was just decoration he bought. It's indeed a nice gift from YouTube I got. It was part of their high five event, so to speak, and it was a gift from YouTube. So I really like that, and I didn't want to keep that a secret. That I just received that 2 days ago, and I really do like it. So thanks to YouTube for that, and really appreciate it. That's a really nice thing. But coming back to the PvP crews, if you made experiences with the PvP crews as well, with the new one, Please let us know how satisfied you are with the new PvP crew. And if you have video requests for a certain topic, just write it in the comments, and you know that I regularly read the comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.